Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode in my Sergio Leone film series, director series, where I talk about basically his whole filmography from Fistful of Dollars onward. And now we're up to 1966's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is actually, since I was a kid, has been one of my top 5 favorite films of all time. And so I'm really excited to talk to you about this today. So, we all know the film. Basically, it is about a missing cash box of gold that is during the Civil War, that's in a cash box. And, there's some men that really want to find it. And so, basically, that's the gist of it. Now, what this film really has is great character development. The plot of the film doesn't actually kick up until like 45, 50 minutes into the film. And so basically you meet Blondie, played by Clint Eastwood. Eli Wallach plays Tuco. And Lee Van Cleef plays... what's this? I completely forgot his name. They call him Angel Eyes. I thought he had another name, Angel Eyes. And so basically, Blondie and Tuco, they are in a little thing together to where, Tuco's a wanted man, so Blondie will turn him in, get the money, wait until he's getting hanged, shoot the rope, get him, and they just go to different cities doing that same thing. And so then we have Lee Van Cleef's character, who is after this guy who there's a rumor around that he has stolen some gold, and so he's hunting that as the film's starting, and he actually goes to kill somebody, and that person actually doesn't realize it but just mentions the gold, and so he's like, oh, so there's gold. And basically they all find out about the gold and where it's at, and it's through the Civil War, and it is phenomenal. So this film has amazing set pieces in terms of, there's a great scene where a bridge blows up. There's amazing desert landscape. There is just dirty towns, and it's everything you would want in a spaghetti western, especially a Leone film. And there's a lot of long takes and long shots and grandiose things, and there's not really anything going on like in terms of that's going on in the shots. It's just as much as kind of you're meditating on these images, whether it's somebody's eyes, the landscape, so on and so forth. And so The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is a epic film to the max. Amazing score by Ennio Morricone, one of the classic scores. Everybody knows it. So that sums up the film. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you've probably seen The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. So I've owned this film a lot. The first time I saw the film was on TV way back in the day, and it was all edited out. Then I went to Blockbuster and rented this exact edition, because I actually collect these MGM United Artists Home Video Gold top VHS tapes, and this was the exact one that I rented. And so, I'm so glad I got my hands on this again, and now it's part of a collection that I have of VHSs of movies that got me into movies, so on and so forth. So then I then I recorded off a TV, and I recorded it in like really high quality mode, so it took up more. I think it was like 4 hours on TV, and so like I recorded it to where it was like 2 hours on one VHS tape and 2 hours on another. And then I had an old movie box like this that was like really messed up, and it wasn't even a movie. I think it was like a documentary, and it was a double one. So what I did was I actually put blank pieces of paper over the whole thing, and I've always been like an artist. I love drawing and stuff, and I actually drew my own Good, Bad, and the Ugly case. I wish I still had it. I don't know what happened to it. And then I got the DVD that was the remastered version that included the extended edition, which I love. Except that there's some of the voices, you know, Clint Eastwood comes back to do his voice, and so does Eli Wallach. They're really old sounding, so it's kind of jarring in that way. But the scenes themselves, I love, and I think they're very important. And so they came out with that with a load of special features. Then I got the Blu-ray version of that, and up until when did this get released? Not that long ago. This is the next movie I'll be talking about. Not that long ago, Kino Classics, you know, Kino Lorber, the company, the great Kino, they released The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly on Blu-ray with like a new restoration. And, you know, this restoration has kind of gotten a mixed review in terms of people who watch it, because it is from the original negative. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure this is from the original negative, but it was a new restoration. And they redid it because, it's a 4K restoration, and they redid it because the other one had color issues, but then there's people that say this one has some issues too. I personally love this edition, and so I think it looks great. It brings back a lot of that grittiness and kind of the ugliness of the atmosphere of the movie in terms of the dirt, the grit, and the film grain, which was kind of non-existent in some previous releases. And it's a, you know, reversible artwork. I love it. So, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, one of my all-time favorite films, top 5. Definitely a Leone film that people just love. And then there's also some people that just think that maybe he just went too far. That's why there's a lot of people that say the first two Dollars films are the better Dollars films, because they're more tight and together, and they kind of know what they're trying to do, which I would argue that this one does too. So I think it's just, you know, a matter of opinion. So I just think this film's a masterpiece, and I recommend it to everybody. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time when we talk about Once Upon a Time in the West.